What's going on? Welcome to a surprise live stream because KASPA is pumping and breaking out as we speak. How's everyone doing today? Happy Mother's Day to any mothers who might be joining us too, for the 3 women who actually watch me on a regular basis. Volume sound okay, guys? Let me know in the chat. Wyatt, welcome back. Marcelo, good to see you. Robot Moon, welcome in. How's everyone feeling today? We have a nice little pump from KASPA today. Obviously, you guys probably know that at this point. Ben, welcome in. Luke, welcome. Free Dash, welcome. I'm going to pull up my screen here real quick. And let's take a look at KASPA's price and the chart. Oh no. What's happening here? Can you guys still see me? Oh man. Let me know if you can still see me. My other screen here is turning white on me while I'm trying to open up the internet. But if you guys can still see me, we'll just talk until this clears up over here. Okay. So it sounds like, okay, it looks like you can still see me. Hopefully there's no delay there, but we'll just talk until this clears up over here. I don't know what's happening, but I can't pull the internet, of course, onto the screen yet. Because there was a few things I wanted to show you guys, and hopefully I will be able to do that at some point here in the near future. But one of the things I did want to talk about was, what if KASPA is going to lead the altcoins into the next leg up, right? The parabolic part of the bull cycle. And the reason I'm thinking that could be a possibility is in the bear market, we all know KASPA in 2022, 2023, KASPA outperformed everything, right? Monetary policy was not good at all. And quantitative tightening was going on, right? Rates were getting raised. They weren't even staying still. And KASPA still outperformed everything. And so it kind of defied the logic of, the overall macro the overall macro as far as performance goes. And so what if, right, it's been kind of dormant for the most part for the last at least 8 months, maybe longer. And what if for some reason it decides it's not going to care about monetary policy again, and it just starts outperforming everything again after it's been kind of sideways for 8 months? It's interesting, and I wonder if that's even a possibility at this point. What do you guys think about that? Because I'm pretty sure that the momentum is going to come back full swing into KASPA again. I'm very positive about that. Am I back? Am I back? Let me know. Okay, so everyone's saying yes. Sounds like I'm back. So I don't know what's going on with my computer, guys. It's extremely slow right now and it keeps freezing. So I'm going to go as long as I can. And I'm hoping I'll be able to pull up my screen at some point. But I don't know if that's going to be possible, unfortunately. So we are just going to have to go with the flow here. And we'll go as long as we can. I'm just going to read some questions, and we'll just spitball and talk then. Some of the things I did want to show, though, I'll just go over them, without a visual, I guess. Because I don't have any other way of doing it. So I guess I wanted to hear your guys' thoughts on the potential of it leading, this next run up. Yeah, Jerry Banfield did bug me. That son of a... Maybe it was Infamous, too. One of the two. Trying to kick me off the internet for good. And I only say that because it's done it once. Given it had a lower market cap at that point, a way lower market cap, so it was easier to move. But I just wonder if there's going to be pockets in time where, because of its pureness and its tokenomics and its, no insider type allocations and stuff like that, that it may be able to run counter to monetary policy in the rest of the market. So that's just one theory that I have. And like we said, it hasn't really ran with the rest of the market over the last 8 months to a year, and so maybe we get it to kind of catapult the next portion of the bull cycle. And then I saw somebody in the comments, I'll get to them in a second, but say that we need the tier ones, and I agree. And you know what? This pump, given it's not that large at this point in time yet, it could be exchanges because we are going counter to everything else. Solana is only up 0.5% on the day. Sui is only up 0.25% on the day. And then KASPA's up like 10% on the day. So, maybe it is something like that, and we're going to see some sort of, listing pretty soon here. I don't know that for sure, obviously, but it's just something that could happen at any point in time. I still think that there's a better chance that they wait until monetary policy actually turns around and quantitative tightening stops, but I don't know that for a fact. We're just kind of waiting and seeing at this point. Also, smart contracts, obviously. I believe another thing that I was going to show is there's an article that was written. Maybe I'll make a dedicated video about this because I can't show you guys anything on screen. But as far as developers moving over to KASPA and knowing about KASPA. And I thought it was very interesting because it kind of gives an overview of developers actually reaching out to some of the KASPA team wanting to build on KASPA, which is a great sign. Great sign. And also, congratulations to everybody who had the huge balls and bought more KASPA at the 5 and 6 cent range. Because a lot of people were scared. A lot of people were telling you KASPA's dead. And those of you who bought are now up a good 2x or more now at this point in time. So, congratulations to all of you guys who stuck to your plan more than anything, right? Best way to succeed in crypto is to have a plan and stick to it. And anybody who bought the 5-6 cent range had a plan, and they actually acted on that plan and stuck to it. So, congratulations to all you guys. Oh, my comments aren't even coming up on the screen. Man, Jerry Banfield's really trying to kill me today. I wonder if... No. Not going to work. There it goes. There we go. Wyatt. Good morning from Australia, KDK. KASPA looking great. Yep. See, your photo didn't come in, though. Neither did the emojis. My computer is messed up today. But at least we got the words, I guess. Better than nothing. Plus, it's super delayed, so I'm going to click on these comments, and it's going to be 10 minutes before one comes up. Killing me. Marcelo says, God bless everyone and KASPA. Robot Moon, KASPA above all. And Free Dash, you retracted your message. Let's see here. Crypto Matt. Are you Crypto Matt from X? I wonder. If so, welcome, my friend. Appreciate you hanging out. There we go. See how long that takes to pop up? I clicked on that 30 seconds ago. That was immediate. Now we're making some progress here. Lexi, my KASPA price predictions 30 to 60 cents. Is that at the top of the market? Or is that like near future? Because I think we're going to do more than that when the cycle's all said and done. But I could see 30 to 60 cents, at some point. I still think we're going to have another pullback in the summertime. So maybe like end of summer, early fall, I could see us bumping up real quick to that price range. Could happen before, I don't know. Anything's possible in crypto, man. You could go to sleep at night and wake up and have a 30-cent KASPA. And that would not be out of the question. Ben, my legend, I have a question. I'd like to buy 4K worth of KASPA. I don't know what BJT means. So I have no idea what you're actually asking there. But yeah, if you want to buy 4K worth of KASPA, then you should go buy 4K worth of KASPA. Simple answer there. Oh, okay. I didn't see the question, but now it's pumping. Any advice? There's a solid chance we get a pullback from this, but it also could go a little bit higher beforehand too, and the pullback might not be down to these lower numbers again. So, what I would do, honestly, if you're going to be spending 4K in KASPA, I would buy a little bit right now, potentially. But then DCA over the next few months with that 4K, because we'll probably see some prices a little bit lower than we're seeing right now, I think. But at least you're in if we do get major pump, right? You're not sitting on the sidelines there. But you have some more money to spend if we do get another pullback in the next couple months. That would be my recommendation, is not to splurge it all at once. A little bit now, a little bit next month, a little bit the following month. Maybe like 500, 500, 500, 500. I'm just throwing out random numbers, right? But that's kind of what I would do. Let's go. Mark Gruber. Welcome. Okay. Franny, do you think this is a Crypto.com spike? I don't know. It's possible. I really don't know. Because it is counteracting, the rest of the market did just pump, obviously. But KASPA has continued, whereas a lot of things have slowed down now. And so maybe it is something to that effect. But if it was a real insiders of Crypto.com pump, I would expect us to go higher than where we're at right now. If we just kind of, fall or kind of fizz out where we are right now, roughly, then I would probably say maybe a little bit of a buying, but probably not an exchange. Jerry Banfield says my OBS studio is reconnecting again, so I might lose you guys again. Maybe it's my internet. I don't know, man, but something's messed up today. Something's messed up today. Let me know again, guys. Did you guys lose me again? Because this is just getting ridiculous. I don't... It looks like I'm still up, so... I apologize for all the nonsense. KASPA Key in the house, ranking number 46, back in the top 50. Okay, I think I'm back. If I did get silenced again by all the haters. We're moving again. No one's going to hold me down today. We're going to make it through this. Cornelius, so do they have smart contracts now after the Crescendo upgrade? They're not live yet, but they are supposed to go live this summer from multiple different outlets of companies building smart contracts on top of KASPA. I will definitely keep you informed via a dedicated video to that once it actually happens for sure. So just... keep a lookout for that. And I agree with you, ADA seems like a boring old school coin. Yeah, it's super boring. But it has its community, right? Just like any other coin. Sorry, I got a cat here that's walking on my keyboard. Maybe he's the reason why everything's malfunctioning. Because he's stepping all over my cords. But yeah, like I said, it's got its community, and that's about it, right? I mean, it has smart contracts, it's got things working on it, but it's a very small community, and I don't know that it's going to really go anywhere when it's all said and done. Good evening from Germany. Good evening, Daniel. Great name, by the way. It's also my name. Jay, hello from Canada. Great vids, bro. Appreciate it. Welcome in, Jay. I appreciate you hanging out. Yeah, Giorgio, it's the haters trying to silence me, unfortunately. In the KASPA community, we have a lot of them. And they're all working together on Mother's Day to silence me so that we cannot talk about KASPA on the internet today. But they're not going to win. They're not going to win. We've had a couple hiccups here, but we're still moving. I need some KASPA memes before it's too late. From me or from anybody? I can produce some. You got to follow me on X, though. That's where the memes go. At CatDaddyCrypto. So get your rear ends over there and follow me. And I will get some more memes out there in the atmosphere for you. Is KASPA key, is KASPA really number 46 right now? I thought it was moving closer to number 30. And I'm afraid to pull up any internet stuff on my computer right now because it might freeze me again. I thought we were in the low 40s, knocking on the door of the 30s again. Or maybe this last pump the last couple days has thrown us back down a little bit. I don't know. Negative Man, I just saw a great real-time comparison of KASPA, XRP, Sol, Sui. Super cool to see KASPA crushing the competition. Crypto Odie was the channel. He didn't believe and was proven wrong. Yeah, I saw that actually. It was 4 screens side by side. Well, somebody actually making transactions on each of those different chains and seeing how long it took from start to finish. And KASPA kicked everybody's ass. I did see that today on X. And I would pull it up on screen live and show you guys, but the haters are out there. And they have bogged down my internet today. So be on the lookout for some videos this coming week where we'll go over all of that stuff. Ben, thanks for the advice. I'm already in for $80,000 worth of KASPA, $80,000 worth. That's a solid bag. But I wanted to buy at 8 cents, but I think we will not see that anymore this cycle. Probably 9 at the lowest. There's a chance we see 8 cents again. Like I said, I think we're going to have some more downtime this summer. Things look great right now. The sentiment is up right now, but you got to remember the overshadowing macro stuff. There are still some headwinds. And I think that we might see some lower prices again this summer. So do not be shocked if that does happen. But that's why I said, like, you can buy some right now, but I would hold some of that money just in case we see some lower prices again. I mean, you could you could spend all that 4K right now, but just know that you might be in the negative for that at some point during the summer. And you just have to sit through that, which, at this point, we should all be battle tested. We've got, wounds all over us, so it shouldn't be that hard to do. But, making money and buying at the right price is, kind of what we strive for. Lots of work and money with all those phones, yeah. What's the best place to buy KASPA memes? There's a few different places. You can use the Casware wallet to buy them, as well as KASPA.com has a section on its site where you can actually purchase them. You have to connect your Casware wallet. You can also download the Ghost wallet, which is Crypto Galaxy's wallet because he's a developer. And in my opinion, that has the best user interface. and you can swap and do everything inside that wallet, and purchase any KASPA meme that you want, KRC20. It doesn't have a mobile version as of this time, though. It's only... Although I don't think many KASPA wallets have mobile versions yet, which, if anybody's hearing me out there that's developing, get on it. Nobody sits at their computer all day anymore. They use their phone. So why we don't have a mobile version of any of these wallets yet seems ridiculous to me. If I could develop something, that's what I would do. But I can't, because I don't have that skill set. So, to answer your question, Casware wallet is a wallet that you're going to need to have, or the Ghost wallet. What's up, Bogoda? How do you say that? Well, you're not going to be able to tell me on screen because it's typing still. But I know that's Colombia, right? I believe. I'm glad you actually got to make it live today. I know I'm at a different time window slot, so welcome in. Bought CAS at 5 cents and DCA'd at 8 cents and 10 cents. When I take profit, is it first in, first out? Like, would the exchange sell the 5 cent ones first? I mean, at a certain point, it's all kind of together. You know what I mean? Your bag's just going to go up in value, and you're just going to, if it was me, you're just going to take a certain percentage off the table once you get to a spot where you feel comfortable about taking profits. And like I said, dollar amounts are not the best way to look at it. You want to look at where we are in the cycle. And then, you know, after that, what dollar amount are we at? And is it significant enough for you to think about taking profits at that time? Because where we are in the cycle is much more important than waiting for a dollar amount that may never come. Right? If you're waiting for $5, if you're waiting for $3 to sell all your KASPA, and we're in November of 2025, and things are going parabolic, and we're still sitting at 80 cents, we may not make it to those prices, right? So where we are in the cycle, the time frame that we're in is more important than holding out for a certain price point. A lot of people lose money and ride their bags back into the bear market by doing something like that. Because a lot of times people have too high a hope, prices never make it to where they thought they were going to make it, and the bear market starts, and you fall off a cliff real quick in the bear market. So, yeah, negative, man. You swap for KASPA memes in the Casware wallet, Ghost wallet, and Castle wallet. Can you do that in the Castle wallet already? I downloaded that, actually, and I looked at it. Maybe it was too premature and they hadn't updated it yet for that. It seemed like a cool wallet, but they don't have mobile either, which I just don't understand why nobody can make a mobile version of a wallet for KASPA where you can actually swap and buy and sell with DEXs integrated into it. It just seems like that should be second nature in 2025. But what do I know? Technology, right? Everybody else has mobile wallets. Why can't KASPA have mobile wallets? Yeah, KASPA Key, that's a big cat. You know what's funny is people say that because he looks huge on screen, but he's actually kind of a small cat. Like undersized compared to the average cat. Believe it or not. Which makes you think of how small I am in real life, right? If I already look small, normal sized on screen, maybe I'm tiny in real life. You'll never know. Unless we have a KASPA yacht party one day, and all of you guys are invited. We can drink alcohol. We can talk about KASPA. And we can party on a private yacht. Maybe one day. Chris, how's the baby? The baby's good. I appreciate you asking. She's 6 months old now, and she's doing very well. So I appreciate the care in even remembering and asking about that. Things are slowing down a little bit and getting a little bit easier, and I hope I didn't just jinx myself by saying that. Negative man, Humboldt County in the house. I know Humboldt County very well, actually. Lots of green stuff growing over there. KASPA Key, happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Absolutely. Okay, so we are 46 on CoinGecko. Was I mistaken that we were knocking on the door of the 30s again a week ago or so? Still 46. Okay, so we got numbers all around. 37 and 46. Maybe it depends on where you're looking. CMC was in the 30s, potentially. I don't even want to open my internet because I'm afraid I'm going to freeze again. So I'm not even going to look right now. Matt. Yeah, same crypto Matt from X. Right on, man. I had a feeling it was you. I appreciate you coming in and hanging out. Even though I can't show anything today, we're just kind of talking at this point. Otherwise, I'm going to freeze again. That goddamn Jerry Banfield. He's got access to my internet speed, I think. You should update your description to also include your X username. Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. I probably should do that. How many people actually go into the description and look around? I'm curious. Because I know, you know, a number of years ago when I was watching YouTube videos, I didn't really go in people's descriptions. Yeah, unless there was like something I needed to go in there for. A link that I wanted to that they said was going to be in the description. But I just wonder how many people actually travel around into video descriptions. Thanks. By the way, I'm on 11.9 million. Nacho, you think it could get to a market cap like Doge, or rather 4 to 6 billion in market cap? Because we could make big bags. Yeah, there's zero chance it's going to get to the Doge market cap. Not to be a Debbie Downer here, but there is zero chance it's going that high. I would be surprised if it even made it to a billion, to be honest. I think 500 million might be more reasonable. But that all depends on how KASPA does this cycle. Because if KASPA does very well, then the meme coins are going to do well. And the other deciding factor here is that they're going to technically be competing now, the KRC20s, with the new Egra Labs, and Sparkle smart contracts. And so there's going to be an array of different, of more projects building on top of KASPA. So the ecosystem is going to be more diluted at that point. But the KRC20s are the OGs, and their inscriptions, they're not true smart contracts, kind of like Bitcoin does. So maybe there's some more scarcity there, and maybe they do even better. I don't know. We're going to have to watch it play out and see what happens. But I would definitely not be expecting a Doge market cap for Nacho, because you'll be waiting forever and Nacho will be dead by then, I would imagine. It would be many, many moons from now. How far away do you think smart contracts are? I don't know an exact date, but they're supposed to come out this summer, and we're bordering on summer right now. So hopefully within the next 2 or 3 months. Vike, KASPA is the lowest risk with the highest reward. I tend to agree with that, actually. It's fairly safe because it's 100% fair launched, and the vast majority of coins are already in circulation. I think it's like almost 90-some% of the tokens are in circulation. And so the potential for gains is actually higher than a lot of projects. Unless you've got some that VCs just like to pump to the moon, but they're going to drop a lot more in the bear market. So, give or take. But, the risk reward for KASPA is one of the best in the whole entire crypto market. Yeah, that's what I thought, Negative Man. The coin market cap and CoinGecko are way off on rankings. That's what I was guessing was probably the issue there. But again, I can't pull up anything to even look, so. Crypto Gasu, yeah. Don't forget to take profits. Absolutely. There's a saying that all of you guys have probably heard. Nobody's ever gone broke taking profits. There have been people that gone broke by not taking profits. So do with that information as you choose. Also, yes, Negative Man, if you use Mises browser or Kiwi browser on your phone, you can use Casware, Ghost, or Castle wallets on mobile through the browser extensions. Yes, that is a great point. I just don't really want to download another browser. Me personally, I just don't understand why you can't have a mobile version of those wallets. Is it really that difficult, code-wise, to actually build? I can't imagine it is, since every other chain has them. So that's why it's annoying to me more than anything. But again, if you do want it on mobile, the Mises browser, I believe, is Apple. You can actually use the wallets mobily. And the Kiwi browser is for Android. My screen's freezing again, so yeah, everyone's saying smart contract wise we're not too far away. Someone Wyatt's guessing July. Okay, now we're back unfrozen again. See? They can't keep us down for very long today. They're trying. They're trying very hard. Sonny, I'm the next county over from Humboldt. Hi, neighbor. I'm not the next county over from Humboldt. Somebody else was. Negative Man, I think. You guys should link up. Ryan Moon, anyone have a CAS price prediction? Funny you ask. I do have a price prediction for KASPA, and I think anywhere between $2 and $3 by end of cycle is what we might be looking at. Okay, so Castle Wallet does not allow for swapping yet. That's what I thought. And Timmy, yeah, KII getting started will be huge. It will. They've got so many things lined up in the pipeline, energy-wise, in Europe and beyond, that they are planning on building on Eager Labs as soon as smart contracts go live. And they're not just some Joe Schmo out of nowhere that popped up. They are massive in the energy industry in Europe, and they have been for a long time. And so this isn't just some random no-name people, I guess you could say, working behind this. They are very prominent in the energy industry. And so it's going to be very fun to see what they have in store as soon as smart contracts do go live. So don't sleep on them or KASPA, I'm telling you. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. Are you selling your KRC20 at the end of this bull run or holding to next cycle? 100% selling everything. KRC20. I guarantee you the vast majority of those will not be around next cycle. So I would highly, highly, highly recommend everybody to sell out of all of their KRC20 tokens this cycle. Do not hold them. And that's just me being real with you. There's a chance one or two of them stick around. But there's also a chance 0 of them stick around. If you guys remember meme coins from last cycle, not a lot of them are still here. You got Shiba Inu, maybe, that stuck around, and that's about it. Dogecoin, obviously, will stick around forever, I think. But there was some popular meme coins that nobody even knows about anymore from last cycle, so my best recommendation is to absolutely sell out of all of it. Baverona, what's up, bro? I've been a fan for a while. This is my first cycle. I got into crypto March 2024. I'm hooked. Hook, line, and sinker. I lost a lot in the beginning, but slowly been rebuilding my bags. Yeah. A lot of people lose money in their first cycle. So you are not alone on an island in that sense. Usually, in a first cycle, it's a learning experience for most people, and then the ones who stick around for their second cycle do very well. Some people probably never come back because they lost money and the whole industry's a scam in their mind. And, to be fair, 99% of projects in the crypto space are scams. So they're not technically wrong, but you just got to know how to navigate it. That's the important part. Even if you're investing in a scam, you got to know it's a scam, and you got to know when to get in and out of it. But leading back to your question, yeah, so if you're slowly rebuilding your bags, then I would just continue doing that for now. Um, you've got to watch monetary policy and macro stuff, because as soon as the U.S. Starts cutting rates again and quantitative tightening stops, there might be a short crash during that time, because that tends to happen. But after that, it's game on. And things are going to move very fast, and they're going to move probably higher than we think that they're going to move in a very short period of time, matter of a month or two, and you've got to be on your toes during that portion of the cycle. And make sure you take profits and sell out of most of your bags during that point in time. But as of right now, we're still in a technical buying zone. Although we did pump, a lot of things are up 100% over the last few days. But based on what they're going to do in the parabolic part of the cycle, even buying now is still relatively, you're going to still make some profits, some good profits, even at these levels. So I guess my advice would be to continue to pack your bags before it's too late. In the meantime, as you feel comfortable, and then, continue watching me, and you can continue watching other channels as well. But selling or starting to take profits at the right time is going to be the key to all of this, so that you can actually make money. Because what's going to happen, you guys, is once we get this altcoin season, I still think it's coming. It doesn't seem like it's coming, but I think it is. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to tell you that it's never going to go down, and then it's going to keep pumping forever. And that's just probably not going to be the case based on history. And so getting out of your bags and selling is going to be very difficult for a lot of people, because you kind of build over the years, right, a sentimental value to a lot of things. And that makes it very difficult to sell, because you're like, well, maybe I can get another 2x out of this, or maybe I can get another 3x out of this. And you're playing Russian roulette and gambling at that point, when you can just take some profits, be solid, and get out before the crash happens. So just be on your toes, I guess, is the advice. And I'll let you guys know when I start selling. I'm probably going to sell percentages at a time once we start getting really heated. And I'll be, fully honest with you guys when I start selling. So, and how much as well. Transparent, I guess, is the word I was looking for. But I guess the second part of advice to this, Baverona, is to stick around for next cycle. That is extremely important, because your second cycle is when you're going to make typically your second cycle is when you're going to make really good money. So hopefully you make some good money this cycle based on what you have learned already, because March of 2024, right, you've been here for roughly a year now. I'm guessing you gambled in the meme coins and lost some money, if I were to take a guess. But just learn from those mistakes and stick around for next cycle, because you're going to be battle tested, and you are going to be an OG, right, once you go through this next bear market into the next bull cycle. So that would be my best advice. No matter what happens this cycle, stick around for next cycle and learn from the mistakes. When do you think we'll regain 20 cents again? Love your videos. Appreciate it, Bram. 20 cents. Uh, I don't know. We might tap that again before the end of the summer, but I don't think we're going to go higher than that, because we're going to have resistance at 20 cents again, probably. I think the first time we're really, really, really going to soar past that is when monetary policy changes. That's my personal opinion. But we could get up there again technically before that happens. I don't know if we will or not, but it's possible. Mar, what do you think about Kango? I think Kango is one of the better KRC20 tokens. But again, do not hold them through the bear market. Sell them this cycle. Otherwise, I'm going to be telling you I told you so come bear market time. Because I will still be here in the bear market, and I will be here for next cycle too. On YouTube, trying to help people again next cycle. Have you looked up who Yonatin's dad is? No, I haven't. But that intrigues me now that you said that. I wonder who he is. Is his dad Satoshi? Let me know, Westside. Because now you've got me interested. If you can explain a bit more about exchanging KASPA for stablecoin, would be great and very helpful. Yes, I am originally from Colombia, but I live in Sydney. Oh, wow. Interesting change there. Both nice countries, though. Even though I think us in the U.S., we're not even allowed to travel to Colombia for a while. I think we are now, though. Or it could be wrong. Australia, though, is nice. I would love to go there, but the flight is absolutely excruciating for me from here, from where I am. And I don't know that I'll ever make it. But exchanging KASPA for stablecoins, there's literally an exchange and a swap button inside of the Tangem wallet, which is where I keep majority of my KASPA. And it's literally just pushing a few buttons inside the Tangem wallet. So it's hard for me to, without a visual, explain it necessarily, but you're just going to, hit the swap button in your KASPA section of the Tangem wallet, and then down below it, it's going to ask you what you want to swap it for, and you're just going to pick USDT, USDC, BUSD, whatever stablecoin you want to swap it for. And then it will make that swap for you, and then the stable coins will be in your wallet instead of the KASPA. If that's what you were asking. Ayaz, last minute news, an agreement was reached between US and China regarding the customs duty collection. Tomorrow's stock markets will be on the rise. Collect on the spot for a mega rally to get rich. Interesting. I haven't seen that yet, but I haven't looked at my news feed. But if the U.S. does announce a trade agreement with China tomorrow, the markets will go absolutely insane. Because they went insane for UK, and we don't trade nearly as much with the UK as we do with China. So that would be bringing crypto and stocks up drastically tomorrow, probably. Yeah, KASPA key smart contracts. Oh man, am I freezing again? Summer 2025. Yes, we should expect them in summer 2025. Mila, something big is definitely coming. Possibly tier 1 exchanges, smells like that. Yeah, it could be. But it just seems like we have some positive stuff on the horizon finally. We've seen some green in the markets. And things feel good right now. So let's just let it all play out. All we got to do is sit back, chill out, and let things play out. And eventually we are all going to get rewarded handsomely. I can guarantee you that. Negative Man, the only KRC20 I keep is Goad and GoadFi, only because you are supposed to get KASPA airdrops from RWA mining. That's not a bad idea. I mean, Goad does have, obviously, some utility involved with it. I think they're mining Bitcoin. Or maybe they're mining KASPA. Or maybe both. But Goad is the other, besides Nacho, the only other coin I hold. Bravona, thanks to you and some others in the space, I've learned quite a bit. Keep the kids, maybe the vids, and streams coming. And thank you for the advice. See you on the moon. Yes. Yeah, make sure you guys get your space suits ready. And get yourself a helmet. Because at some point, we're all going to the moon. And patience is the key. Dr. Lawyer says the comment's not popping up on screen, but what price do you see CAS touching before another dip? I don't have my chart in front of me to see where the resistance is, but I think we have resistance at 13 or 14 cents, so I could see us potentially going up that high. We might, like I was talking about before, there's a chance we hit that 20 cents again before we come back down. And with that China-U.S. trade news potentially being leaked on my stream, then maybe we actually do see some higher prices tomorrow if everything just takes off and rips from that news. That would be huge. Because then the pullback, you got to think the pullback, even if we get one, is not going to come back down to 5 cents probably. It's probably going to be a higher low, I would imagine. Wyatt says he's going to hold 20% of his CAS in the future, only because I think it's the in-game what crypto should be. Yeah, so I'm actually holding a small percentage as well. I'm not sure the exact percentage. It might be as much as 20 for next cycle and beyond as well. Because as it looks like right now, CAS seems to be the end game. But you got to think, technology moves fast, which is why, like, I don't want to be negative, right? Because I believe in KASPA just as much as the next guy as being the end game potentially for crypto, right? But technology moves so fast. What's not to say something else comes out in 2029 or beyond, right? 2030, 2040. And it is much better than KASPA. We just don't know what's going to happen with technology. And so that's why I urge everybody to take some profits. Because you just don't know what's going to happen in the future, right? Before KASPA came out, we didn't know anything was going to come out and rival Solana or Ethereum. You know, Solana, for instance, with speed and stuff like that. So, like, you just never know what the next thing might be. And hopefully by then KASPA has garnered enough users and enough usability and enough has planted enough roots in the space to just never go away. And that's what we're hoping happens. Even if a better technology does end up coming out. But like I said, none of us can predict that far into the future. And so it's best to take profits just in case. That's what I urge everybody to do, right? I'm not going to tell you what you should or shouldn't do, but I urge everybody to take some profits. All right. Yeah, Stone, the FOMC meeting in the middle of June should show lowering interest rate. That's when it was projected, although I think it's only a 20% chance that it's going to be a rate cut at this point. The last thing I saw, unless I looked at that in reverse, and it was an 80% chance and 20% chance that they weren't going to cut. But again, I can't pull up my internet in fear of dropping the stream. But that was the month where the betting odds and the projections were that we were going to see a cut. So hopefully that does happen. And on that note, you guys, I have got to get going because it's Mother's Day and I got to go spend time with some family. I just wanted to jump on and do this stream because KASPA was pumping. I don't even know what price it's sitting at right now. It could have risen in price while we were on stream, and it could have dropped in price while we were on stream. I don't even know, but everybody keep the good juju going, and I will see you in the next video. I will be putting out some videos this week, as well as another live stream on Friday at the normal time, 5 p.m. Pacific time in the United States. So join me, and in the meantime, obviously go onto X and follow me as well, and I will drop some memes, KASPA memes, in the near future. So continue to pack your damn bags before it's too late, guys. I will see you in the next video. Happy Mother's Day to all you mothers. Peace out.